Hey guys, welcome out to the range. I just finished a video and I wanted to do something that I made a notation in my phone about. A few days ago, my friend Jason contacted me and he said his vehicle was broken into at his place of work, and I'm going to keep his place of work out of the picture, but all you need to know is that the business where he works has a secure parking lot. Bad guys got in. They used, by what I understand, they used a stolen vehicle to get into the parking lot. So I'm not sure if that means that they bashed things, but anyways, the point is they used a stolen vehicle to get into the parking lot. They went through the parking lot rapidly, ransacking vehicles, and apparently they had done this at multiple facilities. So I'm going to read you what he wrote. Hey Abner, I hope this message finds you well. I had a bunch of shooting stuff stolen from my car at work and need to start getting things replaced. He names a company that he works for. They're giving him $1,000 in replacement, so apparently they're taking responsibility for the fact that a secure parking lot was breached. I need a pair of MSA Swordens, Supreme Pro X. Do you have wholesale accounts where you can order random things? And then he kind of names off a few items. And so I responded and I wrote, and then he further wrote, it's a big mess for sure. They got into our secure parking area, into the fence line, past security and through the gate. The cop told me they were looking for guns and had hit, and he named off another company too, before us. And these are two big, huge global name companies, which is why I'm not going to say their names. They hit another company before us and got 6 guns. 9 of us got broken into at his company. I'm the only one that wasn't a big truck with "Don't tread on me, come and take it" type stickers. Okay, let me finish. I was parked right next to one. I was parked right next to one of those guys though. Wouldn't you know it, my wife had for the very first time said that she wanted to go to the range to me. I wanted to go to the range with me. I'm kind of skimming through this for you guys. Everything was in a bag, a Pelican case. Couldn't have made it easier for them. Thank God my wife had both of our handguns with her, so at least he didn't lose any guns. He just lost support gear. I've got to say though, I had a brand new, never used shooting. This is cool. I had a brand new, never used shooting belt from AXL Advanced. I don't even know who that is, but I'll have to look them up. They replaced it absolutely free. So did T.REX Arms. Good on you, T.REX Arms. Good on you. So did T.REX Arms with the pouches I bought from them. Stand-up companies. Hoorah! That's what I like to hear. That's hell yeah. Good job, guys. All right, I'm going to stop for a second. It is so cool to see companies in our industry saying, we're going to stand with the good guys. That's cool. I want to be clear. I wasn't asking for any kind of deals, but where I spend my money matters to me. I was looking at these guys, and he sends me some information. Oh, yeah. Actually, this is the email prior to the one that I just read. He said, yeah, he's responding to what I wrote. They were hitting industrial complex parking lots for almost a week before they got caught. No telling how many guns, yeah, by the way, they've been caught. No telling how many guns they got, but the stolen Hyundai they left was full of 45 and 9mm ammo. The officer I talked to a few days later about recovering my property said they were tossing guns out of the windows of the Hyundai that they stole from his parking lot once the chase was on. And then I guess it was the vehicle of one of his co-workers said that the vehicle was only a few weeks old and he was actually tracking it on his device. And the comment was made, we're not going to discuss just how stupid easy it is to steal a Hyundai. That needs to be fixed. And then I had written, okay, I'm gonna read what he said. I totally agree with the stickers. It's what I don't have. It's what I don't have. I'm sorry. It's why I don't have any, excuse me, Arc'teryx, Patagonia, Campanola, I don't know what that company is, etc. stickers on my car. No one needs to know what gear I've got in there. Boom. My buddy's truck next to me had a "come and take it" sticker on his back window. I told him, well, I guess they came and got it. Shit. Oh my goodness, that is, I'm sorry. I told him, I was like, dude, I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video. He goes, have at it. Okay. I'm not going to show you my tag because that would just be dumb. But my tag is a Tennessee tag. I don't have a don't tread on me tag. So let's begin there. The people who have a don't tread on me tag are just begging to get their vehicle broken into. I was out hiking one day and I was backing out, and this little just plain Jane Honda Accord comes pulling in. And I love sedans as tactical vehicles because they have trunks, and trunks can be easily locked, and then you can actually run a chain through the hasp, through this thing right here to there, or to any portion on the body that has holes through it. And you could always just drill some holes, or you know, like with a large, I forget what they call those things for putting holes in doors. You can drill and then pass a chain through there to here so that there's this much standoff. So when you pop the trunk of your car, you then have to reach in and rotate the chain and pull a padlock to yourself and, you know, undo the padlock. If you have a lift gate vehicle like this, then, well, actually, let me finish the thought. So this guy pulls in this Honda Accord, and I remember thinking, the dude has the "Don't Tread on Me" tag on his car. And it made me laugh. It made me laugh because I thought, up until this very instant, I thought that was just a Honda Accord. Now, that is a gun shop. If I'm a bad guy, that vehicle says potential gun in this vehicle somewhere. And so that's a sticking point for me. It's a source of irritation to see people advertising their Superman instead of just remaining Clark Kent. And what I mean by that is, I've said this many times, guys. I've written this in articles. I've put this in videos. If you are Superman, good on you, because you come out here and you do the work. But remain Clark Kent when you're public until Superman is required to come out, and then you bring him out and you go full on with the bad guys. But if you're the guy who, the reason I bring up the comment about Clark Kent and Superman is that Clark Kent and Superman are the same guy. Clark Kent can walk into a room and be forgotten, can be ignored as just plain Jane dude, but when Superman walks in a room, everybody notices him. Be Clark Kent. And that goes along with your vehicle. Do not emblazon your vehicle with anything on that vehicle that says guns, or anything that is, like my friend Jason said, anything that is worth stealing. It's a painful thing to have to say, but I'm sorry to have to say this, but folks, his buddy next to him had a sticker that said, "Come and take it." So they freaking came and they took it. You cannot make this stuff up. The guy advertised, "Here's my sack." And they busted in the vehicle and they got his stuff. I drive a plain Jane 4Runner. Do you know how many bazillions of plain Jane silver 4Runners there are in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area? A lot, because I see them all the time. And I pay attention to the stickers that are on them. And I'm not just seeing the same vehicle over and over again. I'm seeing and by the way, I'm just talking about plain Jane silver SR5s, okay? I have seen so many of this vehicle, but I look at the variations. I look at, that one's got a dent, that one's got this sticker, that one's got that sticker, that one's got that tag, that one's got this tag. And some of them stand out because of the things that they have on them. You guys have done it. You're driving down the road and you start playing Find Me a Gun. Magpul stickers. The Coexist sticker, this one. Made of firearms manufacturers, you know, company logos. Glock, Sig Sauer, on and on and on and on. Just, folks, do yourself a favor. Stop identifying yourself as having badass gear in your vehicle. Just stop. Get one of these covers to cover your things. If you're going to be leaving, which I don't, by the way, if you're going to be leaving firearms in your vehicle, then padlock them. AR-15s, for example, you can get a bicycle lock, the cable type locks, and pass it through the mag well, up and out the ejection port. Some cable bicycle locks will work, some won't. If they don't, then go to, like I did years ago, go to Home Depot and go to the section where they have braided reinforced cable and actually use the very tools that they have there in the store. My friend Daniel and I did this. We went in there and some guy was like, "Can I help you?" "No, man, we got it." And my friend Daniel goes, "They have these tools here for a reason. Let's use them." So we created our own lengths, about that long, of braided cable. I'm sorry I don't have it with me today because I thought about this as I was driving out here. A length of braided cable, and you basically pass it through the mag well, out the ejection port, back around itself, pick a spot on your vehicle. Usually the portions that the seats are bolted to the frame on, you just pass the cable through, back on, hook it on with a padlock, and leave the rifle in the vehicle. And obviously, because there's a cable through the mag well, it's unloaded and it's unchambered, because you then take the bolt carrier group and you gently lower it against the cable to relieve the tension on the recoil spring. So now you have a rifle locked up in your vehicle. Well, people would say, "Well, man, I can't get to my rifle quickly." Yeah, you're right, you can't. That's what this is for. "Well, my handgun is what I use to fight my way back to my rifle." Stop, you're ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. Your fight begins and ends with whatever you have on you, whether that be a handgun, whether that be a blade. Your fight begins and ends with whatever you have on your person. That fight is over with whatever it is you've got. I was checking to make sure I didn't cut my pants. So if you're not prepared to defend yourself and repel an attack with what you've got on your person, even if it's just your hands, then you are sure as hell not making it back to your long gun. Your long gun in your vehicle is your get-home gun. That's what it's there for. You're not going to run to go get it. If you witness an active killer happening, you know how ignorant that is? Unbelievable. When I hear people say that, I think you have no clue. You've never actually been to active killer training, have you? You know that it takes like 5 to 7 seconds to even realize what it is you're looking at? Which is why, typically speaking, when an active killer cooks off, you could literally go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, and then people start moving because now their brain has finally said, people are being killed. Because we live in a world where we have been desensitized from the sound of gunfire, because what we hear on TV and in the movies isn't what gunfire actually sounds like. Those of us who know what gunfire sounds like react to it quickly. It's a loud pop, whether it's a handgun level pop or a rifle level pop. It's a loud popping noise. And the second I hear that noise, I react to it. Years ago, I was at church. Someone knocked over this aluminum easel holding a piece of art. It was actually a notice of a program that was coming. And it clattered to the ground and hit the tile floor in the foyer of the church. And I immediately spun around and reached for my gun because it sounded exactly like a gunshot from like a 25 caliber handgun, which is not an unheard of thing for someone to use. You know, bad guys are going to use whatever they've got. And when I realized that it was an easel on the floor, I'm like, and I lowered my shirt again. You have to be prepared to deal with whatever the fight is, with whatever you have on your person. But what you don't want to do is be the guy who does have things in your vehicle and emblazons your vehicle with stickers and decals and whatever that says that you're Superman. Just be Superman in your heart. Just keep it between you and Jesus. Between you and Jesus and your wife. Because my wife just paid me, and I'll let you go with this. My wife paid me the greatest compliment just the other day. She said that she was telling her folks and some friends that the reason that I sit on the edge of the pew and always prefer to sit on the edge of the pew is because I'm always armed and I have to be able to immediately move and move toward the sound of gunfire, toward threats. Which is why I don't like being hemmed in by family members to my left and my right. I want to be able to separate myself from them and deal with the problem directly. It is refreshing to know that I'm with a wife who gets it and has no problem sharing it with friends and family to let them know why I do the things that I do and that I'm not a Fruit Loop. It's a nice feeling. That's why I come out here and I do this. I'd rather be home doing something else. I'd rather be home doing slings. But I make a certain amount of slings every day, and then I come to the range whenever the weather allows, and it's a beautiful day. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this video. That's why I'm doing this video for you guys. I hope this video finds you well, and if you don't like this video, I don't care. Make responsible choices. As always, God bless you all. Thank you so much for your support of tier1citizen.com. It keeps this channel independent from corporate intrusion. As always, God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one. Offending everybody.